Hey, what's up you guys? Thank you so much for coming back to my channel today. In today's video, I have a 3 looks 1 palette with the Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet palette. And the first look I'm going to be showing you is this really cute graphic purple ombre kind of look. And to start out with, I'm actually going to be taking the shade Optimized to create like a guideline for the eye shape that I want to create onto my eyes. You may also notice that I'm taking the shade above my crease, so that way when my eyes are open and I'm looking straight on, you would be able to see like the full colors on the eye as well. And this is a really good shade to kind of use as a guideline since it is so fair on my skin tone. Like I don't have to worry about it looking like super stark on me or anything like that. And then to go ahead and start, I'm taking the shade Purple Dust on a flat eyeshadow packing brush there, and I'm going to be putting that into the outer third of my eye. So we're just going to try to fill that whole shape in there, kind of like a coloring book, you know. We're just going to kind of pack that on in small strokes there, just making sure that we're getting the pigment like within the line. For me, like it's a little hard when it comes to like staying inside the line, but thankfully for this sort of look, I'm just going over it with a liquid liner, like a felt liner later on. So it's perfectly fine if it's not fully within the lines, because we could just kind of go back and cover that up later. And then for the next part of the eye, I'm actually going to be taking the shade Euphoric, which is this really pretty lavender blue shifting kind of color, and I'm going to put that in the middle of my eye and taking time to make sure that it is within the lines at the top there, and also making sure that I'm packing it on where the pigment is there and it kind of like smoothly transitions into Purple Dust on the outer corner, because we do want to make sure that this looks like blended on the eye. And then the next shade that I'm actually going to be taking is the shade Warning, which is like this satin shimmery kind of like hot pink color. It's really cute. Like I think the color is pretty. It performs pretty well, kind of similar to like a satiny kind of formula like digital that was in my original review of this video. Link will be on the eye in the corner here. So I like this color, and I'm just taking the time to just kind of blend that into Euphoric, so that way it has a very smooth transition and doesn't look super stark. And now we're just going to go ahead and outline the entire shape of this eye look here with my NYX Epic Ink liner, and I'm pretty much just going to be following the guideline that was provided with the shade Optimized and trying to get it as smooth as I can. I still kind of feel like my line looks a little bit wobbly here, but I'm doing lashes, so it's not going to be as big of a deal, but you know, you want to try to get it as smooth and sharp as possible. And for my inner corner, I'm taking the shade Trippin', and this is more like a very fair peachy shade, but on me it looks just pretty much white. And then I'm going to top that with the shade VR to kind of balance it back out into this look here. So pop that in the inner corner. And then I went and did my liner, lashes, and the whole other eye, and then my lipstick as well. And that is the finished and completed first look here. I think it's really cute. And up close you can kind of see the transition from like all 3 different colors that was actually used on the eye. And now for the second look, this is a more neutral, like regular kind of look. And to start out for this one, I'm taking the shade Hacked, and I'm actually going to apply this kind of in my crease, kind of above my crease, just kind of everywhere on my eye here, but not really taking the time to put it on my lid necessarily. This is more like a transition shade that I'm just going to be kind of using. It doesn't need to be super pigmented or like defined or anything like that. I just wanted to look more smooth and transitioned on the eye. And then I'm going to take the shade Dazed, which is a really cool like peachy gold shade. It's interesting. I also find that this one's a little bit stiffer than I find Purple Dust to be, though the two look very similar in pan next, like when you look at them together, they look like they would look and feel the same, but I find that Daze is a little bit stiffer of a formula, and I'm just applying that with a finger all over my lid, not really caring too much about like a definite spot. And then I'm going to be taking the shade Purple Dust on a fluffy angled brush and just kind of packing that in the outer corner of my eye to kind of deepen up the look and provide like a cute little pop of purple onto this eye look here, and just making sure that I'm blending that into Daze. And I do feel like these two colors blend really well together, and I think they look cute together. It reminds me of like a PB&J. And then I'm taking the shade VR, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and pop that into my inner corner here, just making sure that it kind of semblance goes back into the look I currently made there. And my lipstick is, I believe that is ABH Potion liquid lipstick. I think this look is really cute. VR is again what's in my inner corner. It looks very peachy there though. Alright, and then this is the third and final look. It's definitely kind of inspired from the show Euphoria, which that show is a cultural reset, can we be honest? I'm taking the shade Euphoric from the palette, which is very much so like my favorite shade. I could bathe in this shade, honestly. Like, it's so pretty. It's like a very, very cool shade that I don't have anything similar to it in any of my other eyeshadow palettes that I own. So I'm just kind of packing that onto my lid and then taking it above my crease and just kind of smoothly blending that out with the same brush I applied it with, because I don't want a super defined shape. It's supposed to be like a super graphic eyeshadow look. It is going to be graphic liner, but not the actual eyeshadow itself. So I'm then taking my NYX Epic Ink felt tip liner, and I'm going to go and start creating the wing shape for my eye. And instead of fully winging it down towards my actual lash line, I'm going to wing it in a way where it's going to look like it goes directly into the crease, like the fold on my eye. And then I'm just gonna kind of sharpen that up and make sure that it looks, I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it needs to look sharp. And then I'm just doing a very thin line of liner along my actual lash line, and then, you know, just correcting that little edge there. Yeah, I basically wanted to look like that, where it looks like when my eye is open, like it's going in sharper than it actually is. And then I'm taking a small little line underneath that liner to kind of basically create the look of a double liner, but not really. And then just making sure that that looks the way that I want it to look with my eyes open. And I'm also going to take this liner and then go above the crease in my inner corner of my eye. I always do looks like that, and I don't know why, I just think it looks really cool. And then I'm going to be taking the shade Lucid from the palette, which is another one of my faves. Like, if I had to have a top 3, this would definitely be in top 3 of favorite shades from the palette. It's that really cool blue-green shifting color. Looks like it could possibly glow in the dark, but I don't know. Gonna go do the other eye and lashes and base. And then there we are currently with the look. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my lipstick here. I always struggle with trying to decide what kind of lipstick color I want to go with looks, because there's a part of me that's like, let's do a nude, and there's part of me that's like, no, let's go bold, because if we only live once, you know, it's fine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips with a blue lip liner, and then I'm gonna go ahead and apply the lipstick, and it's Menagerie Cosmetics Mako. I love this color. I think it's like really cute, and it makes your teeth look like uber white because of how blue it is. The only downside is it stains really bad, so like the next day your mouth is still gonna look slightly blue, but that's whatever, because you could just wear a purple lipstick with on top and no one would be any the wiser. And I know it may look like we might be done, but we're not, because I like to go above and beyond. So I'm actually now going to go ahead and take this eyeliner stamp. This is from Lottie London, and it's the star shaped stamp, and I'm going to try to figure out where I want to put this, and then boom, right underneath the eyebrow, and bam, ba, bada ba, boom, pow. Here's the finished look, the third and final look. I think it's really cute. It's very like graphic and interesting, but not to the point where like I don't think anyone else would be able to create it. It's definitely different, but not difficult to make, and you could easily change up the liner. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video and coming to my channel. Please do like and subscribe, and if you want to see more of me, please do give me a follow over on my Instagram. My handle is at Ugh.Kerria. Thank you again so much for coming to watch, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and take care.